Shannon Sharpe, my colleague at ESPN and my friend. The Hall of Fame tight end was sued on Sunday by a woman proceeding under the name Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleges that Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. The plaintiff alleges Sharpe sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. The suit also alleges that Shannon engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. It should be noted that the suit was filed by attorney Tony Busby. This is the same attorney that filed a suit against Jay-Z and P. Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn.
Stephen A. Smith recently broke his silence on the troubling allegations against his colleague, Shannon Sharpe.
By the way, the plaintiff in the Sharpe civil suit is not the woman heard in the accidental Instagram live stream incident that made headlines last September of last year. In response to the suit, Shannon and his legal team went to social media yesterday and released a series of allegedly sexually explicit text messages between him and the Jane Doe.
On his podcast released on Tuesday, Smith dedicated nearly 20 minutes to discussing the accusations, which have sent shockwaves through both the sports world and the media industry at large. Known for his outspoken nature and high-profile position on ESPN, Smith's reflections offered a glimpse into the personal and professional challenges surrounding Sharpe, a fellow media giant who has now found himself at the center of a major crisis. Smith, who has worked alongside Sharpe on ESPN's First Take since September 2023, spoke candidly about their friendship and professional relationship. He expressed his support for Sharpe, noting that the two had grown close over time, and emphasized that he was rooting for his colleague. However, Smith also clarified that given the gravity of the situation, he could not speak with certainty about Sharpe's innocence or guilt.
In addition to that, they issued the following statement, quote, "This lawsuit, filed by Gabriela Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed," end quote. Then earlier today, Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, sent TMZ Sports a 1-minute and 36-second clip of an alleged conversation between his client and Shannon.
In his podcast, Smith reflected on Sharpe's public denial of the accusations, which Sharpe had made through his lawyer, Lanny J. Davis. Sharpe had also posted a video on Instagram reaffirming his innocence. Smith's stance was carefully measured. He expressed both love and respect for Sharpe, but admitted he was a bit torn by the unfolding events. He questioned Sharpe's handling of the situation, particularly regarding the release of explicit text messages and the naming of the accuser. Smith seemed uneasy with the legal strategy of making the accuser's identity public, and he wondered if that approach would ultimately help or hurt Sharpe in the long run.
In response to that clip, Shannon Sharpe went back to social media and issued this response. Take a look.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Smith made it clear that while he understood Sharpe's desire to defend himself, the release of the explicit text and other private details was uncomfortable. This, he noted, was a strategy that might have unintended consequences. Despite his reservations, Smith continued to stand by Sharpe, stating his hopes that the allegations would turn out to be false. But he was also realistic, acknowledging that the situation was complex and could go in many directions. Smith emphasized that ultimately the decisions regarding Sharpe's future at ESPN would not be his to make. As someone deeply entrenched in the media world, Smith understood that higher-ups at the network would determine how to handle the matter, no matter his personal feelings or connections with Sharpe.
Shannon Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely. And I can't thank him enough for it. We've grown close as friends. I'd like to believe that. I certainly root for him. I know he's been through a lot in life. He's overcome a lot of things. And when he departed from Fox, I was more than happy to bring him on board here. So all I can speak about is what I know based on the reports. And I can speak about ESPN and Disney.
The weight of the accusations against Sharpe became clearer as more details of the legal drama surfaced. In April 2025, a woman, identified only as Jane Doe, filed a civil lawsuit in Nevada, accusing Sharpe of rape, coercive control, and emotional manipulation. The lawsuit alleged that the two had been involved in a relationship that began in 2023 when the woman was just 20 years old. The suit demanded $53 million in damages, a staggering sum that highlighted the seriousness of the claim. The lawsuit also included audio recordings in which Sharpe allegedly made violent threats against the woman. The recordings, according to Sharpe's legal team, were part of consensual role play and were taken out of context. They argued that the recordings were obtained without Sharpe's knowledge and were being used to paint a false narrative about the nature of his relationship with the woman.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Sharpe's legal team also responded to the suit by labeling it a shakedown. They argued that the woman's demand for a $10 million settlement, an offer that was reportedly rejected, was an indication that the lawsuit was financially motivated rather than a quest for justice. While the legal battle was heating up, the broader public scrutiny of Sharpe was also intensifying. The accusations came on top of another controversy that had emerged earlier in Sharpe's career. A separate allegation from his time on FS1's Undisputed had resurfaced, in which a former female production assistant accused him of choking her on set. Although the claim was never brought to court and was reportedly settled for a significant sum, the mere existence of a financial settlement suggested that the allegation had been taken seriously behind closed doors. Sharpe's camp denied the accusations, but the optics were difficult to ignore.
You're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy choked small white woman.
These two controversies, one old and one new, combined to create a perfect storm for Sharpe. As a prominent figure in sports media, his career had been built on a foundation of charisma, bold opinions, and unapologetic commentary. However, in today's digital age, where celebrity culture and public accountability are often intertwined, Sharpe's behavior was now under intense scrutiny. His previous image as a media darling, known for his sharp wit and entertaining commentary, was now being overshadowed by the weight of these allegations.
What's in that audio and what both sides are saying? On Sunday, high-profile attorney Tony Busby filed a lawsuit on behalf of a woman using the name Jane Doe. In it, she accuses Shannon Sharpe of raping her, not once, but twice, after their relationship allegedly soured. According to the lawsuit, the two met at a gym in LA in 2023, and things took a dark turn after Sharpe went live on Instagram while appearing to have sex with another woman. The suit claims that shortly after, Sharpe sexually assaulted the plaintiff. Fast forward to Tuesday. Busby releases an audio file to media outlets, allegedly capturing a heated exchange between Sharpe and the woman. In the clip, she accuses him of manipulating her. Sharpe reportedly replies, and I quote, "If you say that word one more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you." After a pause, the woman says, "I don't want to be choked," to which Sharpe allegedly replies, "Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter."
Amid this turbulence, Sharpe decided to temporarily step away from his duties at ESPN. He made the announcement on April 25th, 2025, explaining that he would focus on defending himself from the allegations and spend more time with his family. He assured fans that he intended to return by the beginning of the NFL preseason in August. However, reports soon emerged suggesting that Sharpe's departure from the show might not have been entirely voluntary. Sources indicated that ESPN had already planned to remove Sharpe from the program prior to his public announcement. This move was likely a preemptive step by the network to protect its reputation amidst the growing controversy surrounding Sharpe.
I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the things that have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes to TMZ and then everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere.
The decision to step away from First Take was just one of many steps in a broader narrative that highlighted the intersection of fame, legal battles, and corporate responsibility. ESPN, as part of the Disney empire, faced significant pressure to act swiftly and decisively. The network's handling of the situation underscored the delicate balance media companies must maintain when managing high-profile talent, especially when faced with serious allegations. In this case, ESPN's stance was one of cautious silence, with a spokesperson telling the Post that the network had no comment on the situation.
The accuser in question is seeking $50 million. That was confirmed by Shannon Sharpe on that video today. According to the reports, it's somebody that he met in 2023, who was 19 years old at that particular moment in time. According to some audio that was put out earlier today by attorney Busby, you hear the accuser, the female, talking to somebody who is alleged to be Shannon Sharpe. We don't know whether that's true or not. And the person in question, again, we don't know whether it's Shannon or not, the words choke. as in I will choke the hell out of you if I saw you.
As Sharpe's future at ESPN remained uncertain, the media mogul's broader empire also hung in the balance. His digital platforms, including his popular podcast Club Shay Shay and the Nightcap series, had garnered millions of followers and positioned him as an influential voice outside the traditional sports media landscape. Sharpe's ability to command attention and engage audiences had made him a force in the entertainment world. However, these very platforms were now at risk of being tarnished by the ongoing legal battles and public scandals.
Tony Busby has sued Jay-Z. He did sue Diddy. He did accuse them, or represented the woman who was accusing them of assault, of sexual assault, and said that she was 13 years of age at the time when talking about Jay-Z and Diddy, and Jay-Z went ballistic and emphatically denied it, wouldn't let it go. The case was dropped, and now he's suing Busby, mentioning words like extortion and other things. So when Shannon Sharpe brought up Mr. Busby in that video that we aired and talked about him being extorted, he brought up Mr. Busby and Mr. Busby's past.
Beyond the legal disputes, Sharpe also found himself at the center of a viral incident that further damaged his public image. During an episode of Nightcap, Sharpe made a remark about adult film star Sky Bree that quickly went viral. The comment, which was seen as a crude joke about Bree's content, was widely criticized for slut-shaming and trivializing sex work. While Sharpe's defenders argued that the comment was intended as humor, the backlash was swift and intense. It was a stark reminder of how quickly public figures can be judged in the age of social media, where even the slightest misstep can be amplified and scrutinized by millions of people in real time.
Shannon Sharpe is having quite the year. We can say Shannon Sharpe's internet right now. Clapping cheeks on Instagram Live. You hear him, oh yes, and like, give it to me.
I think it was an accident, obviously.
You ever hear like a nigga apologize and be like, there's some other shit going on?
You know, it was an accident because I think he got kids. I don't think he wants kids. Nobody wants their kids to see them fucking. You know what I'm saying? Hear them fucking.
Okay, here's my pushback. Shannon Sharpe, who was employed by ESPN, shot his shot with Miss B Nasty. So I'm just saying, like, a nigga that works for ESPN but will still try to get some Twitter porn pussy. Yeah. I don't think it's that crazy. The funny shit to me was when Ultra was just like, I'm just glad it was a Michelle, not a Michael. Like, he was.
I didn't see that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love when like old niggas just let their homophobia slip out.
You think he did it to prove he's not gay?
He's still a black man from the South. He could have a dash of CTE too. Yeah, where he could be a little impulsive.
That's a good point.
I mean, remember
the junior say out.
Yeah.
You know who Sky Bree is, Ocho?
Sky Bree? Who that is, coach?
Yeah. How I do it.
Hey, Sky, I mean, who is that? Help me out.
You know what I'm saying? She little something. You know, she might be famous for vertical activity that she good at.
She a hooper?
Oh yeah.
Who she play for? Who she play for?
You know, she got her own little thing, you know.
Huh?
You said, man, y'all need to stop, man. Y'all be on that bull jive, man.
Hold on, who she play for?
You know, back in the day, she could have been on my team.
She played for on her back.
One of the most damaging incidents came in late 2024 when Sharpe accidentally live-streamed himself during an intimate moment on Instagram. The 2-minute clip, which was viewed over 30,000 times before being deleted, showed Sharpe in a compromising position. At first, Sharpe claimed that his account had been hacked, but he later admitted that he had mistakenly gone live and was unaware of the broadcast. The incident fueled online ridicule and added to the growing list of controversies surrounding him.
Before we start anything, I just wanted to ask you real quick.
Yeah.
And this is what the people want to know.
Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Did you set that video up? Did you set that up? Did you set
The thing is, Dion, what I don't get people's like, well, you did that for clout. So you really tell me I'm willing to risk my good name, my reputation.
Thank you.
I work for Disney.
Yeah. Disney.
Risk that. 'Cause 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 Ri my reputation, embarrass my family, and all the potential monetary ramifications that comes along with it. For what? No matter what people say about Kamala Harris, VP, people are going to believe it. So why should I spend any time trying to defend what I already know to be true?
There it is. That's
so
what's up, man.
That's where
good,
I am on
man.
that.
Good for you, brother.
I appreciate that.
Because again, there's no video and he was living his private life and it was a mistake. And if you know anything about Shannon, trust me and believe it was a mistake, because not only is he incredibly private, he's incredibly clueless when it comes to using social media. He has a team that does that for him. That's not what Shannon Sharpe does. Shannon Sharpe will tell you what he wants tweeted. He will tell you what he wants posted on IG. He will tell you what he wants on Facebook or something like that. But he damn sure ain't doing it himself. That's not what he does. He's not technologically astute in that way. A lot of people aren't. He's one of those people, okay? I know his team. I know him personally. I've seen him all the time, because when he shows up to First Take, they are with him. When he goes anywhere, they are with him. There's a cadre of people that show up with him. When he shows up to games and stuff like that, they are with him.
Now, as Sharpe faces a legal battle and attempts to repair his public image, the stakes are higher than ever. He has stated his intention to return to ESPN in August, but whether the network will welcome him back remains uncertain. Even if the legal proceedings in court work in his favor, the damage to his reputation may prove difficult to undo. The media world has changed drastically, and public figures are no longer solely judged by their talent or accomplishments. They are scrutinized for their behavior, their words, and their actions.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself, because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by also known as on OnlyFans. Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Shannon Sharpe's story is no longer just about his athletic career or his rise in sports media. It has become a case study in the complexities of fame, media influence, and accountability in the digital age. As he faces a crossroads in both his personal and professional life, his future will depend not only on the legal outcome, but also on his ability to adapt to an evolving cultural landscape that demands more from its public figures than ever before. So what are your thoughts about this? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.